All right, here we go. I've been hesitating to do this for a very long time because, well, drawing the hand is difficult. And I really wasn't, even though I said earlier that I would show everyone how to draw a hand, drawing a hand is very complicated. So I'm going to have to break this up into lessons. And I know I wanted to keep my videos a lot shorter, but with drawing a hand, I just don't think that I can. So you're going to have to bear with me if you want to get better at drawing a hand. Let me preface this by saying drawing a hand, and you see me get ready to sketch here. When you're looking at any anatomy book or you're looking at some sort of instructional and some sort of instructional video or whatever on how to draw the hand, as you can see, this is not perfect. So I want to let everybody know that it's okay to use reference. Most artists use reference. And so what I'm doing here is excuse me, I'm going to readjust this. Most artists are going to use reference, and I'm going to show you guys a tool at the end of this series. I don't think it's going to be that long, but I'm going to show you a tool that's going to help you draw not only reference with your posing, but it's also going to help you um, with drawing your hands and getting your proportions right. It's called Dash Studio 3D. Some of you may already own it, but the great thing about it is that it's free. It's free, a free piece of 3D software that the learning curve is not steep, but it's not hard to do once you set it up the right way. And I'm going to show you guys how to use that. And so use reference. Everybody uses reference. This idea that people aren't using reference is, I mean, some artists can, but a lot of artists need to use reference. Now, if you could see, let's kind of break down the hand. In every anatomy book or drawing book, there's always some sort of how easy the hand is. And usually I've seen things to where it's a circle and then they draw a series of lines and then they tell you that there's a circle here, or maybe it'll be a square and then it's the little balls and they're trying to show you where the joints are. And okay, this doesn't really help out in my opinion, because if it helped out, then hands wouldn't be so difficult to draw. When you're drawing a hand, the first thing that you have to remember, there's a difference between drawing a fist, okay? And by the way, when you start drawing hands, rough it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know that this is a fist, right? More or less. It doesn't look perfect. I don't need for it to look perfect. I just need to get it down. Anyway, when you're looking at the hand, there are a series of curves in your hand. There's a curve here. There's one here. Even if you turn your hand to the side, so this is the main part of your hand. If you just look at your hand, you could see that your fingers even curve up. So your whole hand actually curves. And, I don't know what position the thumb, we'll just put the position of the thumb right here for now. But there is a series of curves all the way, like this is a curve, the webbing in between your thumb and forefinger. There is a series of curves. And so once you start to recognize that there's curves everywhere on your hand, then that'll help you draw a little bit better. I know that this hand right here isn't in proportion all that great, but that's okay because I can always fix that. Now, a few things about the hand in general. If you noticed, I kind of just laid this out. Let's lay this out even more simpler, because right now, in order to teach you this, I want to teach this as primitive as possible. So we can see we have a representation of a hand right here. It's not perfect, not even close, but I'm also going to fix this. If you notice, if you look at your hand right now and just kind of put your hand in front of your face, you will notice that these two fingers are going to be closer to each other. I know this one is supposed to be bigger, so let's fix that now. These two fingers right here, I'm going to change colors here. These two fingers right here, they like to hang out with each other. They like to be pretty close to each other, right? And your pinky is kind of just off to the side. It's kind of just hanging out away from everybody else. And this is probably your most expressive finger right here, the index, if I'm not mistaken. And your thumb, well, thumb is down here. Now, that's like the first relationship that you should probably pay attention to is your two middle fingers, the two fingers that are in the middle. So no matter how you want to start drawing this out, you want to, so there's a thumb, and you want to keep these two fingers kind of close together. This kind of helps me out. When I'm just sketching stuff out, I try to keep these two fingers together. Then I'll go ahead and put this one in right here. These two fingers are about the same size. And then we got the pinky hanging out here. Now I know I got to go back and adjust that, but again, that's just something that I'm going to do later on. But your relationship with your hands, if you're I don't know, drawing some sort of, let's say I'm drawing the hand from, let me clear this up because it's getting messy. Wow, that was loud. So let's say I am kind of drawing it from this angle. I know that these two fingers right here, they're going to hang out together, right? Got this finger over here, and then I got the smaller finger. So if I'm hitting it from this angle right here, these two fingers are going to hang out with each other, and this is going to be separate, and your pinky is going to be separate. So I hope that helps. The end. No. So let's look at. So now I guess we're going to take it from the palm. And you know something? I'm going to break this up into other lessons. So I'm going to put the other video up right away, or whenever you're seeing this. When you see the first one, you should be seeing the second one. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one. But there, I'm going to come right back with the second part of it, where we're going to talk about the palm, and then I'm going to talk about the fingers, and then I'm going to talk about gesturing. I think that's how I'm going to set it up. So please come back, join the next lesson. All right.